All is just a number when it comes to distribution of responsibilities.
Yes.
Like, you know, somebody's telling you that you've got to get married at this kind of age. At this age, you must have this kind of investments. These are just a hula baloos. You know, everybody has got their own way of life. You can invest at 14, you can invest at 20, at 30, you can get married at 16, 18, 20, 30, you know, 50 or 100 years. It doesn't make
matter,
you...
man. You know, John, what is the biggest lesson you learned?
I think in my life, the biggest lesson I've ever learned is to give your idea to somebody who doesn't relate with it.
What makes it a lesson for you?
I learned a lesson through it because I lost a lot of things, because I gave an idea to somebody who was not ready to take it, even though they were like showing the interest or the kind of, you know, the attitude of human being where people will tell you a yes for a no and a no for a yes. So you see, before I came to Bahrain, I had some things that I used to do at home. So these things, well, the reason why I'm telling you, I learned a lesson that you should never give an idea to somebody who doesn't support that idea unless they do. You see, starting a business is not easy, right?
Of course.
This is a true life experience that I want to give people here so that they can understand as well. And the worst person to give such kind of idea is somebody who's close to you. See, there's something we call trust. You trust your family so much. You trust your fiancé, you trust your wife.
Of course.
So when you have an idea, you don't want to keep it away from them.
You share it.
But the reality is, life has it that you have to trust your parents, you have to trust your brothers, you have to trust your wife, you have to trust your fiancé for a relationship to be prolonged or to succeed. But what about in business?
No, man. Don't talk.
How are you going to trust them in love and you don't trust them in business? Because trust, when you trust somebody, you trust that they can perfectly handle anything or everything that is around you. But now, let's get back to this idea. I had an idea that was so good. And it's not just I had an idea. I had an idea and I put it into, materialized it. And it started functioning. So I started out a business and it was doing well.
Yeah.
And I brought in a family member, okay, into the business. You know, it was like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. I can do it. I can be here. You know, I can support you when you're leaving, so I can take care of this and that.
You were giving something for him.
I'm leaving
an
this
opportunity.
Thing, yes, an opportunity to help me grow my business.
Yeah.
You know, just sit there and take care of it. But it is not about them not being ready to do it. It is about asking yourself, do they resonate with the business? Do they know why you started that? Do they know the idea behind what you are doing? So if you sell your idea to somebody who does not resonate with it, you will always regret. Because the thing is, when I was doing it myself, it was succeeding. It was success. You know, it was booming. And that's why even the attraction was there that, oh yeah, I want it, I can manage it. At the long run, it went down.
And because of that person?
Absolutely. I learned the worst lesson in my life through that, because the same business died. The same person, and you see, I will tell you what happens with society. Society, you know what society told me? John, you don't have to worry. This was just money. You can start again. So how did I start again? By asking the person, what other idea do you have?
The same person?
Yes. Like you see, you could not do it because it was my own idea.
So you fell down in the hole twice.
Twice. Not twice, thrice, man.
Twice. Oh my God.
So the person had to come up with another idea, and I was supposed to finance it, which I did.
Oh God.
In the long run, it ended
with a big loss.
A big loss.
Yeah.
You need 100% loss. It's not a 50%, 20%. Both two ideas ended up 100% loss. the third idea comes again.
From the same guy. It's like you never learn, John.
It's not, I'm telling you, I learned a lesson the hard way, because you've got to get experience through such kind
Yeah,
of...
you're young, full of energy.
So you see, a lot of people who are so close, who knew me and knows the person I'm talking about, and knows the relationship of, knows my businesses, knows my investments.
You're still family,
understands. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I always don't take grudges. I just move myself slowly out of it, and I close that chapter.
And you learn a lot, experiences.
I learned a lot of lessons, and the biggest lesson I learned is idea that you have. If you don't repurpose it, nobody can help you to make it.
It's a big mistake, man.
Yeah, and sometimes the reason why I don't always share this experience with people, I don't always want to share something about another person who is not there to defend himself or herself.
I know what you mean now, but you lost your money, yes?
I lost money, I lost love,
Love?
I lost family.
From this guy? Or you, because, and you're talking in general now, but it all started because of this member of your relatives, Wow. No, maybe that's bigger than mine then.
It is bigger because I almost lost even friends. But the good thing that I did, I went before the damages were caused, and I reconciled with most of the friends to bring them back, business-wise, family-wise. You see, when you're starting losing your family members, some of your family friends, because of your business.
They come this side, some of them this side, and become like war. But what you learned from that lesson, man? We need to tell people what you learned from that lesson.
What I learned is that you have to be so sure about the people you want to bring in your life. Life is precious. Life is so sweet.
Not because his family or friend or he owe you something, no.
No. Just be sure of somebody that you want to bring in your life. Let circumstances not lead you to making somebody be part of you. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes maybe people are rich. You're thinking like, oh, this is the only person who can help me. Never allow that. As a Kenyan, maybe this one will not resonate with you as a Bahraini or maybe some other people. But as an African or a Kenyan, some mistakes we make is that, we get into relationships, for example, with a lady or a man. And then in the process of this relationship, you get a child before you get married. Yeah. I can tell you from experience, never let such circumstance push you to getting married to that person if you don't know them properly. You can be dating, but you don't know the character of the person so well. So in the process of dating, you get a child. What happens? We always rush to close the shame that, people will see that, I have a child before marriage.
The kids will not
so
have
we rush,
name, father,
we rush to get married, right?
Yeah. This happens in all cultures, by the way.
Yeah.
Most of the cultures.
Yeah. So the thing is, it should never rush you into making that commitment. Because if you do, I almost made it. You almost
got married?
I'm talking out of experience.
This is another mistake?
It is.
Or another lesson.
Another lesson. We are not saying a mistake. Another lesson. It should never make you, go to that commitment. Because if you commit, and then in the long run, there's something, what you were talking about here previously about divorce, it becomes a big thing. But that's the thing. Be sure of anyone who is coming into your life. It will draw you back.
Take your time.
I had gone to a certain stage and position in life, financially, socially, and
but don't you think this will make people like, oh, I'm happy I'm single now. I see these people, these problems.
Never. There's okay.
The good moments better than more than the bad moments. Like if you balance it out.
If singleness is good for you, well and good. Don't force other people to be single. This is the problem. This is the problem.
People watching us now.
We don't teach people like, okay,